This is how meditation saved my life. So when I got shot, right, it was so crazy because the two dudes that tried to rob me, once I got shot, they ran out the house. So boom, I fall on the ground, I'm bleeding, there's blood everywhere, and my body locked up and I started shaking because what happened is I went into shock because I got shot in my back. So I wasn't expecting it. I didn't see it coming. So when I got hit, my body was really trying to figure out like, bro, what the fuck just happened? So boom, I'm on the ground, I'm tweaking and I'm trying to move, but I can't because my body is locked up. So something just came into my head and it was like, bro, just chill, relax, breathe. So I closed my eyes, I started breathing and I went into a meditative state while I'm laying in the fucking floor about to die. But once I went into that meditative state, it basically calmed down my nervous system and I regained the ability to move. And this is how I was able to crawl to the front door and yell out for help. But I genuinely believe that if I didn't go into that meditation or if I didn't know how to meditate, I probably would have died, bro. I probably would not be sitting right here making this video. Because once I did the research, I found that a lot of people, when they get shot or they have a very traumatic injury, it's not actually the injury or the gunshot that kills people. It's the fact that they go into shock, they panic, it increases their heart rate and they lose more blood. So by me going into that meditative state, I was able to slow down my heart rate. I was able to slow down the blood flow. And I believe that if I didn't do that, I would not have survived. And none of you would have ever probably known about me, my videos or my content would have never got to where it's at. So everything happens for a reason. But that day, man, that was one of the craziest experiences in my life. But even though it was very traumatic and I'm still dealing with some of the problems from going through that, it really took me to a whole nother level spiritually, because I've talked about this in live streams in the past, but I had a very profound experience because I left my body. Once I left my body, I could literally look down and see my physical body. So I knew that I was out. I knew that I broke through. And so I started walking through my house. And as I was walking, the scenery started to change and it turned into a long hallway. And on both sides was two different worlds. On one side was the world that I knew. So I was seeing my old houses, my family members, landmarks, and certain events that happened in my life. I was basically having a life review. But on the other side, was complete and utter darkness. So as I keep walking down this hall, I'm seeing things that's more and more familiar to me, but on the other side is darkness. So eventually I came to a fork in the road where I basically had to choose, do you want to go to what's familiar to you, or do you want to go into the darkness? Now, a lot of occultists will tell you that if you go to the light, if you go to the thing that you recognize, that's how you reincarnate. So right before I was about to make my decision, I had a flashback and I saw myself laying on the fucking ground bleeding out, and I got mad. And as soon as I got mad, it woke me back up in my body. So I learned that in order to cross over and make it through to the other side, you have to be completely detached. If you have attachments to the world still, if you have a lot of like unfulfilled desires and different things like that, this is how you reincarnate, because it's all based upon magnetism. So your soul is very, very light. I think they say the soul weighs like 0.8 grams or something like that. So when it leaves your body, it's only the magnetism based upon your attachment to the world and based upon your energy that can bring you back. So since I was holding on to that trauma and I got mad, it woke me back up in my body. So I learned a lot of valuable lessons that day. For one thing, I learned you can't trust these niggas. Fuck all these niggas. But also too, I learned the power of meditation. I learned about the power of the mind, and I learned how to navigate the astral world, because once I did wake up and once I was able to start recovering, like my energy was just at a whole different level. Like my intuition was a lot stronger. My senses was a lot stronger. I felt just more powerful, even though I was in a wheelchair for 2 years, because what was happening is I was being initiated to a higher level in the spirit realm. And a lot of times the only way to get to these levels is you have to kind of either go through something traumatic, or you have to just really be able to devote yourself for an extended period of time to things that's not of this world. And that's what I had to do. Like literally every single day that I was in the hospital, I was meditating all day. That's all I did. And I got so deep into my meditation that this realm and the dream world started to merge and become one. So I started to see things in the real world that I saw in my dreams. So I started to actually kind of tweak out a little bit like, bro, did I actually die? I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, bro. This is gonna sound crazy. I kind of believe that I did die that day because my life changed so much. And it's like, ever since that day, everything has kind of felt surreal to me. It's like I'm here, but I'm not here, if that makes sense. And I just noticed it's like everything was so much more easier for me to manifest. Like I could literally just think about something and it will happen just like that. So kind of like what I talked about in another video, so when you have like extremely traumatic experiences, it separates your light body from your physical body. Now this can be bad, but it can also be good because sometimes it can trigger an activation and it can trigger a kundalini awakening because it's just so much stress on your system that it actually awakens certain dormant parts within you. So this is why a lot of the greatest and most powerful and wealthiest people had very traumatic lives or traumatic childhood, because all of that potential energy can be flipped and transmuted and turned into something else. So yeah, man, meditation, bro, is very, very important. A lot of people don't know how to meditate. A lot of people overthink meditation. You don't have to sit in a fucking Buddha pose to meditate. You can meditate while you're walking. You can meditate while you're exercising. Like meditation is just being able to focus your mind on a singular task, objective, or thought. And the longer that you can maintain that focus, you build up psychic energy, and that psychic energy can be used to attract things to you and manifest things in the real world. So don't sleep on meditation, man. Really, I'm at a certain point in life now where I'm pretty much always meditating. Like I can be talking to somebody, I can be engaged in a conversation, and I can literally be somewhere else in my mind. Like I can be in a whole different reality right when I'm talking to you, because it's all based upon your mindset, your mentality, and your imagination. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. That's my story time for the day, how meditation saved my life. Hey, look, if you found this video helpful, useful, entertaining, or if you got any type of value from it, please like, comment, subscribe, and until next time, man, peace.